Welcome back. Alright, so now that I've got the previews done, let's do a news of the day video, shall we? Alright, so Kevin Fiala avoids arbitration. We got close. Doesn't happen. Fiala signs a 1-year extension with Minnesota, so we'll do it all over again next summer. 1 year, $5.1 million. So he wanted 6.25. They wanted to give him 4. They meet in the middle. And that's how negotiating should work. Absolutely. So 5.1 million, I think that's a good deal. Fiala's been one of their better forwards, so that's a good deal. Now, get Kaprizov done, right? UC Saros signs a 4-year extension with the Nashville Predators. It's a total of $20 million. The year-by-year salary fluctuates, but the average is $5 million. So, yeah, $20 million for Saros. He showed last year that he's ready to be a starter. He showed that the year before too, and so I think Saros is good, and I think that's a good value for him. It's the same amount of money Olmark's getting in Boston, and I think Saros of the two has proven himself to be the better goalie so far. We'll see how things go this season, but so far I would say Saros is the better of the two. Also, this was reported on by the Hockey News via Twitter. Riley Sheahan has started a podcast to highlight and discuss mental health, which is good. I think there needs to be more discussion about that, and I'm very happy that gets discussed. Last night I watched the Malice at the Palace documentary on Netflix. Highly recommend that. And watching it and listening to it, and especially with Ron Artest, who at the time I had opinions on Ron Artest, but now I look back and I listen to him and I'm saying, you know what, this was a guy who really needed help, and it was at a time where it wasn't really there for pro players like it is now, and it wasn't as acceptable for somebody who makes a lot of money to say, I need some help. So I'm glad that players like Riley Sheahan and others are willing to talk about this, and I think it's important that in professional sports we've had that discussion now, and that we continue it. So kudos to him for that. It's called the Speak Your Mind podcast. So there you go. Alex Nylander has signed a 1-year extension with the Chicago Blackhawks for $874,125. I love it when it's that specific. So it's a very specific amount of money for Alex Nylander, who will get another opportunity with Chicago this year to step forward. And again, you know, he's had a lot of injury problems throughout. He's had some inconsistencies throughout. We'll see if he's able to have a good year. I did the Chicago preview this morning, and if he could develop the way as was expected when he was drafted, that would go a long way to helping the Blackhawks. Gilbert has signed a 2-way deal with the Colorado Avalanche, which will pay him $750,000, so league minimum at the NHL level. At the AHL level, it's $160,000. Massive difference between the two, and that's pretty standard. So when these guys come up to the NHL and they get their chance, that's sometimes I think that's why these guys go out there and they just look good, and you're like, wow, this guy they called up from the minors playing really well. Yeah, he makes a lot more money at the NHL level. If he can force them into keeping him around, makes a huge difference to their paycheck. So with the amount of players who've settled, we're left with 2. According to Elliot Friedman, there's 2 left who still have arbitration rights, and we're still waiting an arbitration hearing. That's Travis Sanheim in Philly. That was the team chose to bring him to arbitration. And then Zadorov, and I believe Nikita Zadorov, I believe that's a player-chosen arbitration case. So those are the only ones that are left. That's it. Other than that, we're all set. Almost everything has been settled with the arbitration cases. It's just a matter of all those pesky restricted free agents who don't have arbitration that are still out there looking at you, Kaprizov, Pettersson, Hughes, as well as others. But that's what we've got for now. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.